And we played this game in the first term. We're 10 years in. And you still have these people, I hate to say it, but they're just like in denial. And they're like, okay, everybody, let's all go on Twitter and let's tell Trump, don't screw over your voters. Okay. Hey, Trump, don't hire John Ratcliffe in the CIA. Like, what are we doing? We lost. It's over. The time to make demands was during the election when he needed the votes. He's a lame duck president. He doesn't need anything from us. He's not even on Twitter. He's on Truth Social.
He's making a point right there. He's not even on Twitter. He's on Truth Social. Now, as far as him saying that Trump is a lame duck president, let me know what you think down in the comment section below about that. I mean, his first couple months in the presidency, first 3 months, actually, I think he was one of the hardest working presidents that I've ever seen, right? In my lifetime, I'm 41 years old. So in my lifetime, he's one of the hardest working presidents I've ever seen. And, you know, I've never seen a presidential candidate become president and have a presidency that for the most part is transparent. You know, I mean, there's some things that, you know, we're going to get into in later videos and stuff that may have an issue with him. But for the most part, I can't necessarily say Trump is a lame duck president, you know, because I was very astonished with some of the things that he ended up getting to go through, like in the beginning, you know. So as far as now, I do feel like the MAGA base has divided, you know, and we see, you know, Nick Fuentes, who's kind of going at Trump. You see Candace Owens, she's questioning a lot of things about Trump, going at him, going after Kash Patel, you know, and talking about Ben Shapiro, things like that, and they're having their rifts. So we're starting to see a divide within the MAGA movement, you know what I'm saying, or the Republican Party. And I feel like Nick Fuentes right now is pushing, you know, we're kind of tired of, you know, the politics as usual, you know, just get to the point. What are you doing? You know what I mean? And how is this going to be effective in the future? And if you're not doing everything that you said you're going to do, I'm going to call you out on it, you know? And some people kind of look at this as like, oh, Nick Fuentes is trolling, all of that. He could be, you know, I mean, he's got a major audience. I mean, he could be trolling, could be doing that, could be just furthering his popularity. That could be something, you know, but as far as, is he making good, valid points in his arguments? Sometimes I do feel like he does, you know, just being real. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
So what are you talking about? We're going to all rally and tell him, don't hire yet another neocon? Forget it. We tried that. I'm not playing that game anymore. Trump sold us out. He is the problem. He's cooked. And you know what? Look, I'm not saying damn him down.
He said he's cooked. As far as Trump selling this out, there is a lot of people kind of wondering like, hey, why is Benjamin Netanyahu given so much leniency to do whatever he wants to do? You know, even violate potential like peace dealings, right? Like why can't he just go off and do whatever he want to do and even speak, you know, on what's going on like with our influencers in America, you know what I mean? Like talking about TikTok, we're gonna have the influencers you know, supporting you know, Israel, and we're gonna, like, how is he able to do all of these things, you know? And it's very interesting because it does seem like, and this is me being honest, right? This is not me being anti-Semitic or nothing like that. I want to say that it's not me being like that. It does feel like, you know, Benjamin Netanyahu's kind of got strings on Trump right now. It does. And with every president, you know, it's becoming more clear. And you got the Gaza situation. People are tired of that. They're tired of people losing their lives. They're tired of warmongers. We're tired of all of that. And it's just like, put your foot down. America first. Let's stop, you know what I mean, super supporting a radical, you know what I mean, or what appears to be a radical Benjamin Netanyahu, you know? And I think Fuentes is very vocal, like, hey, like, what is going on here? Like, this is not what we like. You know, so you might not like his racist comments. I don't like a lot of his racist comments and stuff like that. But you know, other things, I do feel like he's got a good balance of trolling but making points. Right? He will troll you, but he will make points at the same time. So it's like it's a balancing act. And right now, I think he's gaining a lot of traction. Interview with Tucker Carlson, that's big. You know, even though he's already got a big, you know, fan base, but it's not going to do anything but add to it. You know, so this is very interesting. And then now you got the Jeffrey Epstein email that was released. You know, that's kind of showing some things. So I don't know. I think the MAGA movement right now is gonna have a little bit of trouble. And when you got this guy, Nick Fuentes, on Trump's helmet like this, is just going to bring more awareness and more attention to everything.
The hell, I think he's a net positive. His movement was necessary, but it was never the end all be all. He's a patriot, God bless him. But here's the point. He was never the end all be all. He was always a John the Baptist. He was always a prefigurement of what will come in the future. But people forgot that along the way. They thought we really were playing for like Heritage America and like whatever. Trump was a stepping stone towards America First, white identity, towards a true nationalism, true revanchism.
White identity. You see what he does? The thing with Nick Fuentes to me is he's just inciting, like, all right, so I was talking to somebody about this, right? And, you know, white people are tired of being vilified. You know, a lot of people who haven't even done anything. You know, some people may not be racist, all of that, whatever. They're getting tired of people telling them that they're bad people because of things that their ancestors have, you know, that things that were done like back in the day. You know, so you get people like that, like just sick of that, right? And you got somebody who is a mouthpiece right now that is saying, hey, like, you shouldn't be ashamed of saying what you want. You shouldn't be ashamed of feeling how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, it's white pride, whatever, you know, even though he's not, I don't think he's white. I think he's like, you know, Fuentes, but, you know, it's, you know, just, you know, be prideful in everything that you do. You know, and don't like forget, you know, I don't want blacks in my neighborhood either. And so you got some people tired of being vilified. Now they're like super assertive with different things to the point to where they're so latched on to this guy, like whatever racism or whatever that they may have even had in them is starting to, you know what I mean? Like they don't even mind saying it now, you know, and it's because you got guys like this. Like, you know, like white America and this and that. Like he's pandering to those super ultra right wingers is what he's doing. And it's working for him.
He was always a stepping stone. He did his part. God bless him. He created.
I do feel like people like Nick Fuentes is very dangerous. I think he is very dangerous. You know, like we've had like in the world, people who have like very volatile like opinions like him, you know, I do feel like he's gaining traction, but like the hate that he does spew, whether or not you like him or not, you know, it's what it is. Like that is what makes it hard for me to like completely just rock with Nick Fuentes, because I mean I understand the play. He's playing to the super right, all right, but like, this is why he can't be on YouTube or he can't be on like different platforms, because he's just so, the stuff that he says is so vile, you know, but, you know, and Ben Shapiro says that he shouldn't be platformed, you know, so it's kind of like freedom of speech comes with responsibility. You know, I do feel like Nick Fuentes should be able to say things that he wants, but there's a fine line between hate, you know, and what he's doing.
Created me. He created so much of this, but
which is a lot of hate. That's what it is. Like, let's be for real.
He was never the end all be all. He's on his way out. We just need to be realistic about it and not in denial and not coping and not having these delusions that, you know.
All right. So Nick Fuentes, who do you want to be president? Are you trying to make a presidential run? Is that what's going on? Like, who do you want to be president? Or are you just want to be like the dissenting voice to line your pockets? Or are you just want to be the dissenting voice to bring awareness? But who do you want to be the next president? You? Like, if they're the MAGA divide, like right now, the left is eating this up. They're loving this. Candace Owens not in line. The Tucker Carlson right now not in line. Nick Fuentes is not in line. And these are big voices of the Republican Party that are turning on Trump. So I think the left is going to have a field day with this in the future. But what is the end objective for what Nick Fuentes wants to do? I don't know. But right now he's trying to destroy Trump.
We have to wrest control over the shit from Trump using our Twitter accounts. It ain't going to happen. This is why I say the real battle is 2028.
What do y'all think about this, man? What do you think about the Nick Fuentes video? You think he's right? You think he's wrong? I don't know. Sometimes he's right. Sometimes he's right. Sometimes he's wrong. You know, but this is interesting. Trump sold us out. He is a problem. He is cooked. Trump voters are in denial, is what he's saying. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm out, y'all. Peace.